Hi everybody. So as you know, I have completed my March gel printing challenge. I have all my pages done, and like I said in the challenge, I was going to make mine into an album when it was completed. So I purposely only played on the one side. I've already gone through and put my papers so I have every two back to back. I've already gone through all of them and done that. So now how I plan to do this, I'm going to create hinges, like an accordion fold spine, that's what I should say. And then each hinge, I'm going to call it, will be sandwiched in between the two pieces of paper. And that's how it'll work. You'll understand. I'm not the best at explaining. You'll get it as I'm doing it. So now the pages are 5.5 by 5.5. So if I take this 8.5 by 11 cardstock and turn it this way, I can get two strips. So I'm taking my 8.5 by 11, putting it vertically. I'm going to score all the way down every ½ inch. And the scoreboard I'm using here is an old one. It's a Martha Stewart scoreboard. If I turn it and the half is right there, I'm just lightly scoring it so I know where I have to cut it. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches. And then I'm just going to accordion fold. So I have accordion folded both strips. So you'll see we have, and we call the mountains and the valleys. So this one ends with the paper going down. And this one starts with the paper going up. So I'm just going to loop those in there like that. And then I'll glue it, of course, but then I'll have one big long spine. And then the idea is to apply sticky tape on both sides and then glue those pages and glue the pages together. And that's how it will be. So I'm using double-sided sticky tape. The name on it says Sookwang. Not sure where I got that. But any double-sided acid-free tape will work. So first of all, I'm going to join the two pieces together. So now I'm trying to decide, because I want my pages all stuck together. I'm trying to decide how I want to go about it. So I have my first 2 pages. The way I'm going to do it is my first set of pages will go on here, and I'm leaving this one open for a cover. So I'm not going to have my first page as the cover. So I'm thinking I'll do, so I have them back to back, I have them opened up, and I'm going to put double-sided tape. This is a thinner one. Looks like it's about, it's not quite a quarter, and this one doesn't have the little strokes. I would guess 3/8. And this one is a quarter. So this one's just a titch smaller than that one. So I'm going to run 3 sides, and then taking the wider one and going on the side where the spine is. Now, I think I just did that. I did. Should have been on that one. Oh well. So on this page, I won't need tape on these 3 sides. I'll only need it on this, because they will be sticking together. But on this side, this will be on one side of the hinge and this will be on the other. So I need tape on both of these sides. So on your one page, you'll put tape all the way around, and then on the other one, you'll only put it on the side that is going on your hinge. So I'm going to try it one way and see if it makes it easier or harder. I can already tell how I should have taped this differently. I'm going to cover that little corner back up. I did not mean to pull that off completely. See, my first one is me learning, and then after that I'll show you how. I think that made it a little bit brighter. So I did not plan this out beforehand. I just had a general idea of what I wanted to do. So now I'm kind of figuring it out with you. And once I do, I will show you. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I'll put my pages together. I've left on the tape that's going on the spine. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so I don't go off camera. So I'm gonna line up my pages. So now on the 3 sides, they're stuck together. And all that's left unstuck is the hinge. So then just pull back a little bit. And if you want your first page to be your cover, then you attach it to your first one. But I don't, so I'm attaching it to this second one. We shall see. Trying to figure out the easiest way to do this. This may not have been the easiest way. That or I'm just nervous, so I'm screwing up. Okay, so if I put that in there, so if I hold that back and then I slide my hinge in place and then stick that down, yeah, I think we'll do it the opposite way. I think I made it harder on myself. Yeah, I'm not going to do it this way. But that is the first page. And after, I don't know if it would be easier. I felt like it may have been easier to wait. I may not even have to glue them together. Because normally on this back side, I would stick them together. Like that would be glued together on the other side. But I think I'm going to leave them because it might make the pages easier to turn. So I'm going to wait and see. Okay, so I didn't like that way of doing it. So I'm going to grab my next 2 pages. And I still need the same thing for the tape. That part remains the same. But I'm going to do the full strip. Going the whole length. I didn't. And the inside. And then I only need to go around the perimeter, the rest of the perimeter on one of the pages. Doesn't matter which one. So I think this time I'm going to try it by attaching this one first to the spine. And I didn't go right to the end, not on purpose. I wanted to go all the way to the end, but I didn't. So I'm just going to add a little dab of glue. So I'm lining my page up with my other page that's already attached. And then I'm folding over the spine. And I'm keeping my finger there. And then I'm pulling off the rest of the tape and sticking that to the spine. And already that was so much easier. So now I'm just pulling up little bits of the backing on each strip. And then I'm lining up my page again. Now, your pages aren't going to be perfect because who says you cut them all perfect? So go easy on yourself. Yeah, that way is much easier. Okay, so the next two pages, full strips on both insides. And then all the other sides on one of the pages. I'm taking the sheet with only the one strip of tape on the spine area, folding it back a little bit, getting it in place. So I'm putting that in the valley, and then I'm pushing that hinge or the spine over, and then keeping my finger down tight and pulling out the back of that tape. Then we're going to take this one, make sure you have it the right way, and just peeling back sections to get the tape started so I can get it in place before I pull the rest of it off and stick it down. It's a nice thing. You can flatten that out a bit if it's in your way. Oops, that ripped. So much easier than the other way. Some of the paper. Okay, I'll go over that one more time, and then I'm just going to go through. I'm going to glue that down. That has lifted. So my next two pages, making sure they're turned the right way. And they both need a strip on the inside. And then just that second page needs it on the other 3 sides. So then I'm taking the page with just the one strip, pulling down that tape a little bit, lining up my page, and then pushing over my hinge. Keeping that push down. Oh, and I tore my tape again. I grab the other side. And always double check to make sure you have your page the right way. So just peeling back portions of the backing on the tape. And finding where I want it. There we go. And I put that one on wrong after me telling you to be careful. Oh well. Luckily it's an abstract looking one, so it doesn't really matter. So one thing I find about glue stick, it doesn't always pop up, but it's way more likely to happen. So you can see how this is working out. So I'm going to continue on with the rest of the pages. Just noticing, I don't know if it's because there's pages attached to some and not these, but it's like the spine is starting like to come this way. So I'm gonna see if I can get in there and score this and fold it more over to bring the spine back in alignment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I just want it to come in closer. kind of like pulling it forward and refolding it. Let's see. That's better. See how it's more straight now? Like that one sticks out a little, but before it was starting to come out this way. So just check your spine every now and then. Make sure things are lining up. So now this tail goes over a little bit. So I'm going to have to trim that. And I also noticed that it went over the spine a little, like just pretty much on it. So I'm just pushing that over the page and reinforcing that fold. It was more important to me to have my pages lined up nicely because I can always manipulate the spine. Just giving it a check again. You can see we're out a tiny bit. Just pushing that forward. It's looking pretty good. The first few pages come out a little further, but no big deal. So here we go. All the pages have been attached. I'll have a little flip through. You can see how they easily turn. I forgot to take the glue off that one. I mean the tape. All the way too. Funny. Go attached everywhere else. Yes. The only thing is, it ended like this, but I can always just add another piece if I need. Oh no, that's okay, because the back cover will just attach to this. So I'll either end up folding that over and gluing it down or cutting it off. But this is where my back cover will go. And then my front cover will go on this flap. So usually, like I said, I would glue these together, but I'm not going to. I think that's what's allowing the pages to turn nicer, and where it's thick, I think if they were glued together, then it would get a little harder to lay as flat. So I'm going to leave it like that. So that is it for the binding. I'm going to save, like, I don't even know what I'm doing for a cover yet. I haven't figured that part out. So I'm going to edit this video and post this one, and then I'll do the covers, the back and front covers, in another video. Bye. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know if you like my videos by leaving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also head over to my Instagram account and say hi to me over there. If you have any video requests, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And don't forget to check out my other videos.